And now, one of the key reasons for the high level of domestic violence in India is the cultural norm, where women are considered subservient to men and, in many cases, are financially dependent on them. Many national campaigns are being directed at this, and they're encouraging women to come out in the open and are giving them financial and moral support. But most of these campaigns are organized by independent organizations. And even though India has a comprehensive law against domestic violence, implementation has been an issue. Here's more.
28-year-old Deepthi is more than just a domestic violence survivor. Sexually abused, beaten and kept in isolation by her husband and his parents, her ordeal started just 2 days after getting married. She bore the pain for months before making the brave decision to tell her own parents. They told her to make the marriage work, no matter what.
The problem is that we girls think 100 times before telling anyone. First we tell our parents, but even the parents of girls expect them to carry on in a marriage despite violence.
Deepthi is not alone. A 2014 study by the United Nations Population Fund and International Center for Research on Women shows that 6 out of 10 men in India justified violence against women. But worrying, that's not all. 70% of married women there justify gender-based violence. The fact that domestic violence is considered acceptable is why women in India are so vulnerable to it. For women like Deepthi, it's organizations like Maitri that give them the courage to stand up against the violence. Monica Joshi is an advocate and has been fighting cases of domestic abuse against women for nearly a decade. She believes the problem stems from the lack of a legal support system for women.
There is no support system. In most cases, even parents discourage girls to come out and speak about domestic violence. Then where will the girl victim go? Parents, society, even friends in India blame the girl for her marriage being unsuccessful. That is the biggest problem.
One of the most successful campaigns in India is Bell Bajao, or ringing bell. It encourages neighbors to literally ring the bell of a house if they hear noises related to domestic violence. The campaign has reached almost 250 million people and has led to many registering complaints. Domestic violence in India doesn't just impact women. A research done in 2015 showed that 1 out of every 10 child deaths under the age of 1 can be attributed to domestic violence done on the mothers. Gender parity and sensitization will have to be the way forward in India. But until this is achieved, there will be many more like Deepthi fighting until the end to get their dues.
I've spent the last few years of my life with police and lawyers, but 3 years later, my husband, his family, or my family haven't been punished. But I'm determined. I'll fight for justice.
Shweta Bajaj, CGTN, New Delhi, India.